Hello. Hey, hello. Um, just doing this stream just so the way I can actually, tell you guys about Halo Infinite and stuff. About all the Halo games. And to look back on all of Halo history. I seem like the weird-ass geek now. So, I've been looking at Halo Infinite and I'm gonna be pretty honest. Yeah, it's fucking good. It's fucking amazing. Alright. So,
Makes me happy.
this guy is gonna be like for a little bit later.
We make USAA insurance for renters. You make the most of your...
No, that I cannot really.
We are fighting.
Nice, IGN.
You've got the gaming chair, the gaming headset. Now all you need is the gaming battery.
I do not condone.
Upgrade your Xbox controller with Duracell Optimo.
I do not condone
Halo has...
this shite. I'm sorry, but yeah, I do not really.
And hey, everybody. For us, and I hope many of you, Halo has always been about heroism and wonder, about fighting to keep humanity safe against impossible odds in a beautiful and mysterious sci-fi world.
Oh, I love that.
This is just one part of the Zeta Halo ring, the largest, most wide-open environment we've ever built, and we can't wait for you to explore it.
Oh, the ring. This is just like Combat Evolved. When you like crash onto the ring and you finally get out the drop pod, you finally see the environment.
The heart of Halo is Spartan 117, the Master Chief.
I'm old enough to like play like I mean like I was actually like I was actually lucky enough to play the original version of it. I'm older like I mean I was 8 at the time, so yeah. So anyways, 8 years old. I get a little bit older, and now I'm over here. So one of the first things I remember about Halo is I'm in this life pod, comes crashing down into the earth, and then I am like, oh hey, I hear now. So I'm on this Halo ring. The first thing I see is the arc of the Halo ring, because you're on this one part of the ring and then you look up at the ring. Imagine the ring being as a planet. That's what I saw right here. The arc going upwards, and that was like one of the most like surreal experiences that I've ever had in my life. Just walking out of a life pod and seeing, oh, I'm on a ring world apparently. Covenant forces and all that, get to kill them and all. And before I became a console gamer, I was actually a PC gamer. Yeah, and my PC wasn't too good. It was only powerful enough to play like Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2. And a couple of Alien Predator games, but they were really bad on my PC. It was even powerful enough for AVP3, but let's not talk about that just a moment. I'll make a retrospective video on that later. Played Halos 1 and 2 on computer first before I finally moved on to Xbox and became a console gamer. And, oh boy, that was both a good and bad decision, but mostly good decision, because I got to play all the rest of the Halo games. Halo 3 was already out, and so was Halo Reach, by the time I was 8 years old. I don't think I played them in, like, direct order. I think it was Halo 1 and 2 first that I played. Definitely, my memory tells me that I played Halos 1 and 2 first. Then I played maybe Reach 4 and 3. And back then, I was, like, when I was 8 years old, I played everything on easy difficulty. Now I play everything on heroic. Basically, I play Doom Eternal at the heroic of Doom Eternals. Hold on. Nightmare. Not Nightmare, but the one below it, I think. Either that or I play it on Ultraviolence, I think. Well, this was one of the most surreal gaming experiences, walking out and seeing the Halo ring. And the thing is that Halo has this atmosphere. It's about a foreign planet, about an ancient extinct alien race that built all of these rings. And then we later come to see that they built the Ark and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. And back then, there was actually some evidence. I mean, Bungie actually intended the Forerunners to be basically ancient humans before they became humanity. And even 343 says that you are Forerunner, but this had later changed in Halo 4's era, as both of them were actually different species, so just keep that in mind. It was about mystery, it was about intrigue, it was about exploration, it was about trying to find out what was going on in this world and what to do next. I got to experience all the guns, all the gameplay. The gameplay was fucking awesome and phenomenal. And let me tell you that Halo 1 is basically one of the last retro 90s shooter to not come out. I mean, it didn't come out in the 90s. It's basically a retro 90s shooter. It's basically the last retro 90s shooter, despite coming out in 2001. It was developed in the 90s. It had all of the basic 90s stuff. It did have a unique flair to it. It has its own identity. It's built its own identity over many years, and Halo is definitely separate from all those Doom clones and stuff. So, I'm not saying it's similar to Doom, fucking Painkiller series, other games and stuff. I remember the Painkiller series pretty dang well. So if I'm gonna do another retrospective video on that whenever I can, like whenever the channel grows and whenever I can make videos more effectively. Got the gaming PC, but I still need to learn how all these Adobe programs work. And the thing is with my Photoshop, a few weird things happened. I created a new canvas, so that's good. Doing the art and doing the work. The frames are actually, I don't know if they're slower or something, but if I really want to make animations on Photoshop, then I'm really going to have to find a way to increase the frames per second, so the way it can be a lot more smooth and definitely, and the way that the canvas comes out, I'll do another stream later, an art stream later for that, to show you why. That's the main reason why I am delayed on making my animations and making all these retrospectives, and I still need to learn Premiere Pro because I think Premiere Pro is the one that's similar to Camtasia. It's not on my current computer, but I'm going to go grab Camtasia, yeet it into this computer pretty soon, and now I'm just going to stop talking about that and head all the way over here, back to Halo, because I went on a tangent. But it was an important tangent. Anyways, blah blah Halo, then the Flood, so yeah, oof. Then Halo 2 comes out. Halo 2 had this, sure, it was also mysterious, it was also very beautiful and very serene. You had to do exploration and had to see what was going on, but I believe Halo 2 had a more badass feel to it. The point of the game was to make you feel like a badass. Halo 2 was the younger brother of Halo 1, and it was determined to make you feel like a badass. Halo 3 was kind of like the middle child. Was basically kind of a mix of Halo 1 and 2, and it didn't want to make you feel badass. Well, maybe not too much. I think it leaned more towards the Halo 1 style of story and like, alright, mystery, you're back on Earth, great, you go to the Ark, look at this new foreign structure, and then you're on this new Halo ring before you destroy it. I'm sorry for the spoilers though, but okay, I'll add a spoiler warning to if anybody doesn't want, or you could just skip this video. It's not going to be really much about it, or I don't know. And then Master Chief gets into his cryopod, and then he's just in space for 4 years, sleeping. Well, not really sleeping, he's in cryogenic stasis, which means his body doesn't really age, so... And, well, yeah, you know, he's in stasis. You can't really do anything for 4 years. Until the UNSC finds them. Now... Halo 3 was really awesome and stuff. Time to talk about Halo 4. Wait, no. Reach. Reach was basically a prequel to, no wait, no, 3 ODST. 3 ODST took place... 3 ODST took place during Halo 2, which was also, like... Halos 2 and 3 aren't really too far separate apart from one another. They're basically... roughly same amount of... yeah. But anyways, 3 ODST had this aura of depression. It was all about the rain. It was all about the saxophones. It was all about the stealth. It was all about... I don't know. I'll make a retrospective on that too, but for now, I'm just going to say that ODST was really awesome. It was pretty depressive in its tone, mood, attitude. I love the game though. I just love how it makes me feel depressed. Is that strange that you actually love how a video game makes you feel depressed? Oh well. Anyways, Halo Reach was a prequel to Halo 1, and it was basically a last stand game, blah blah, yada yada, protect Reach, then Earth, save Master Chief and save his Cortana. They get on the Pillar of Autumn and they jump to some unknown coordinates because they can't just book it straight to Earth. Those unknown coordinates actually turn out to be Halo. And Halo 4 was actually kind of like a... How you could describe it was basically like a soft reboot. So that technically means Halo Infinite is a soft reboot of a soft reboot. Huh. So anyways, Halo 4 was basically like Halo 1, please don't get angry with me, in the fact that mystery, and you're on a new planet. Halo Master Chief wake up from a cryopod, breaks open the pod, and you get Cortana. Then you just launch a nuke into a Halo thing, and then you fall into a planet called Requiem. So after that, skipping over that, it was basically Halo 1, except it wasn't. I'll explain further in another video. Halo 5. This is where the actual point of this stream I'm actually doing right now. Halo 5 and Infinite. This is what I'm trying to talk about mainly. I don't know why I just went on a huge tangent, which probably took up a lot of time that I could have used on Halo 5 and Halo Infinite. Halo 5 had the worst campaign in the Halo series. No denying that. But it wasn't the worst Halo game in the series. In fact, I'm actually here to tell you that it's one of the... not one of the best, but not one of the worst. I certainly would say that it is one of the best. One of the best new ones. The classic series is definitely the best. Halo 5 is definitely one of... I'd say Halo 4 is better than Halo 5, but still, I like the multiplayer of Halo 5 better than 1. Well, not 1, I meant to say 4. I like Halo 5's multiplayer better than 4's. Why? Because, well, Spartan dash or thrusts. Press B, you get to dash a little bit. There was Spartan thrust, let's just call it Spartan charge, where you run and then you finally get to press RB and then you just bash into some sort of wall or something or into another player. And if you're jumping, you can hold LT to hover in the air while you zoom into your aim down sights. Insert aim down sights Call of Duty into Halo Infinite. Anyways, hold RB while you're in the air and you get to essentially do that Spartan charge thing, except you're now going to do a ground pound. And now finally, the Spartan dash allows you to move in all four, basically, 8 cardinal directions. It allows you to move in all 8 spatial directions. Forward, backwards, right, left, and the diagonals. Now, I like the multiplayer better than the campaign, so disclaimer warning, I'm going to explain the Halo 5 campaign as best as I can. So Covenant, it broke into many different covenants, just to explain that pretty quickly, and there's also a civil war on Sang Helios. Arbiter is dealing with that. Now the Arbiter was originally going to be called the Dervish, but since that was from the Islamic faith, they decided to name him the Arbiter instead because they don't want to, I don't know. I don't know. I like Arbiter better though. If they would have called him the Dervish, I guess I would have liked that. If they called it that in an alternate timeline, but I like Arbiter better, but don't want to upset anybody from... Well, anyways, Arbiter is dealing with this war in Sang Helios against his own species and stuff. Meanwhile, the humans are basically doo-dop beep-bop. After Halo 4, they become the most powerful species in the galaxy, which I'm like, humanity was once on the back foot, and now it's the most powerful species in the galaxy. In a matter of years. Like, 4 years? 4 or 5 years, it becomes the most powerful fucking species in the galaxy. Even though, like, half a decade earlier, it was like getting its ass whooped and pummeled by the Covenant and stuff. A huge collection of species. Yeah, they were getting pummeled by aliens. So it makes perfect sense that now that humanity has stolen some of their technology, integrated Covenant and Forerunner technology into their technology, that they're going to be more powerful. But they'd still be on the back foot because all of this technology expensive, all this technology really fucking difficult to implement, and so they'd have it on a really small amount. I really like the scenes, I really like the scenes where, like, the Infinity crashes into a Covenant ship and blows the thing up. The Covenant ship blows up, it just gets destroyed, but the human ship still survived, despite the fact that it's not made out of the special material, the special metal that's somehow impervious to all damage. I don't know. From Covenant shot of... Anyways, hey, I'm going to explain the story like this. So after Halo 4, Cortana becomes rampant. She's rampant in Halo 4. Then she somehow finds a cure in the domain. And then basically becomes Space Napoleon, or Napoleon, and Space Napoleon, or Cortana, basically Napoleon Bonaparte, her way to the entire galaxy, and she's basically the Napoleon Bonaparte of the galaxy. Anyways, she somehow finds this... I don't know, he's a boss.
117.
That's basically it, he's a boss. Then after that, she gains control over the robot army or some shit. I can't even follow it pretty. And then after that, now let's just continue. Osiris and the Team Osiris and Agent Locke, Spartan Locke. I'm just gonna call him Spartan Locke. I really like his character, despite the fact that everybody else hates him. He definitely had a chance to be really good, well-liked, and all that, but gosh dang it, somehow they fucked it up. I'll make another video about that later, but I'm gonna tell you that Halo 5 could have been, like, really good. It could have been one of the best Halo games. In fact, it was, multiplayer-wise, but campaign-wise, it just fucked up. It just fell flat on its ass. What the hell happened? Anyways, yeah, so you see the Space Emperor, or Dictator of Jul 'Mdama, who leads the Covenant faction, and they instantly kill him the first mission of the game. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Well, that's nice. Holy shit, Jul 'Mdama, and holy shit, Spartans. Oh gosh, they kill him. They throw him off the deck, and now he's falling into the fucking... I don't know, hold on. This is literally what they do the first mission. Mdama. Yep. This is literally the first mission of the game.
What is the problem?
There are several. Would you like to discuss the finer points of casual reconciliation?
More human sarcasm.
So you have learned something from me, Jude.
You claim to be able to access...
And I can. However, I did not claim to be able to access it instantaneously.
No time to dither. You will also afford me the respect befitting of the Didact's hand.
Seems your fingers are an open rebellion, Han.
Enough!
Hey, good looking.
Do your work.
Eyes on target. This location does not serve my needs. When she makes another transmission, I must
I
triangulate.
tire of this, Doctor. You have been chasing shadows for weeks to no avail.
I mean, just look at that. It's like... You say that and they're all already dead. Look how slow he is. He's like such a big ass character and that's literally like the first thing that happens. Look at that. He's dead. Yeah, that's nice.
Dr. Halsey, Captain Lasky would like a word with you.
It took you long enough.
Yeah, that's literally the first thing that happens. Like, why would you kill off the literal antagonists? This could have been the antagonists. There's like many possible roads for Halo Infinite. I mean, not Halo 5 to go down. It could have been a war against Jul 'Mdama. It could have been a war against Cortana in a better way than they... I mean, Halo 5 was just described as, oh, Chief goes rogue and now these guys need to go get him. A rogue Chief story could have actually been really good, but that's how he, like, hold on, Chief going rogue. I'm gonna search it up.
You let him go?
How is it
Nobody lets the chief do anything. He does what he wants.
You're okay with this? Not just another target, you know.
No, wait, no, not the right one. All cutscenes move. I guess I could do this version.
For control. The plan changes to asset denial. Scuttle Project Moon. Time, Linda?
89 seconds.
I think this is it. Negative.
Sierra 117 to infinity. Argent Moon scuttled.
This is the part
assigned blue team. Destination
where he goes
Meridian.
AWOL.
Potential contact from Cortana.
Negative 117. Another team is already being prepped to deal with her.
What the hell?
You're to return to infinity immediately.
Negative infinity. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it
Wherever
either.
they are, let's get to Meridian before they do.
Kelly, no.
Look how they escape.
No
You
need
know
to
how
do this
Chief
by
like
yourself.
escapes on Halo 1? Gets on his fucking ship thingy and runs and hooks it to it? Well,
Won't court-martial all of us, right?
walks onto the ship. Oh, activates the ship thruster, gets off the fucking giant explodey thing last second. You're being so calm about it. You can die, Chief. You're going to die if you don't move your ass. Oh, I'm glad we survived that shit. Anyways, it's like, why kill off the main antagonist, first mission? And also, making Cortana the main antagonist. She should have remained dead. Oh well. But you decide to make her alive, and I'm okay with her being alive. I'm okay with that. But you should have handled her differently if she came back. It's like, okay, she's back. How do you handle with her now that she's back? I mean, it's already confusing enough that Cortana's back. It's confusing as hell that she's back already, and it's trying to think that a character that died last game comes back to life, and now
Stop. Naturally.
Like Dr. Halsey did for me.
No. That monster forced you. This is a gift.
yeah, that's Cortana. Now she's got clothes. First time in the series. Anyways, she basically turns into space dictator. She's Napoleon. She basically Napoleon Bonaparte. She goes across and Napoleon's the entire galaxy. I have no idea what the hell's going on with the galaxy. It's just, what is this shit? She has control of a Guardian now, and look at this thing. She's inside that, takes Master Chief. Somehow these guys are able to rescue Chief. I can't even fucking... what? My brain is fucked. So, all these things free him, blah blah. Then they walk out, yada, there they are. Here they walk, yeah, here they are, saved. That's fucking nice. But, Cortana comes back, even though she's dead. Alright. Cortana's back. Now that she's back, what the fuck? Trying to think about this. They bring back a dead character. Alright. A dead character's back. How? Okay. Basically, Domain cures her of her rampancy. She never really died in the first place, but it actually turns out that the part that was actually apparently cured was actually a fragment of Cortana, and it was actually the rampant fragment of Cortana. And look at this shit! Look at this shit! There's a new fucking Cortana! And what do you decide to do? You fucking decide to lop her off! That's fucking nice! That's fucking nice! Why would you just lop her head off? No! Come on! She was there last game! I'm very pissed about this. If you're gonna have Cortana come back, have her in Halo Infinite. This is like bullshit. I can't even comprehend this. Okay, Cortana's dead. Now there's a new Cortana. I'm gonna watch just a little bit of this so that we can hear the voices of the both of them. Cause I'm pretty sure this new AI is going to be like the new AI of Chief, and also the new AI character. AIs can last a maximum of 4 years, 8 years, 4 to 8 years in Halo before they have to be decommissioned. Basically, they think themselves to death. And you know how smart AI are created? Flash clone a human person and just cut out their brain. Scan their brain and then kill that. Kill the person. Not the person, kill the clone. Yes, I'd totally flash clone myself and then take my brain out and totally turn myself into an AI. Well, my clone into an AI. That's how that happens. But why would you just fucking Cortana? She is just Cortana. Right here, space dictator, space Napoleon. You take her, then she's dead, and now there's what the hell? There's a new Cortana. Who even is this? What character is this? The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted. How and why? And I seriously doubt that she's been deleted. She's probably controlling some, like, what's the name? Some created forces. They call her faction the Created. The Created? Created out of their ass, I bet. But why? The Created I think the Created could actually be a really good adversary. I actually really like the Prometheans from Halo 5. If you were to change the Forerunner art style of Halo 4 to look something more indicative of Bungie's Halo games, the Bungie art style, if that's even possible, I guess I could be the first person to try and, I don't know, concept a fucking Bungie-style Promethean Knight, Promethean Warriors, Promethean Robots, and Guardians. I mean, we already basically know what the Guardians look like in the Bungie art style, so we can actually change that, but no, I can actually say that I somewhat like the floaty bits. I don't like too many floaty bits in their art style. You know how, like, the Foreigners have floaty bits of their weapons? They have metallic parts that, like, float away from the weapons. The weapons, like, disengage. They dismantle and remantle when you reload them. They break and recreate themselves, and they, like, float, and when you reload them, oh, I'm actually, like, really wanting this. So if there was a way to, like, change the Prometheans into something more indicative of the Halo Bungie style, Halo art style, the classic art style. Hold on. Here, let me see. Fuck. Halo 5 all reloads. Also, gotta give props to them. I really like the Halo 5 pistol. I like its comeback. I really love it. And I also really love how, like, this version of the SMG is more like a P90 rather than a... What even was the SMG from Halo 2? All the classic Halos? Oh, it was just an SMG, okay. I like how this is like more of a P90. I want to keep this design style, this design choice. So those are all the human weaponry. So that's all the human weaponry. Both types of rocket launchers. There was a whole controversy about that. All the Covenant weaponry. Ooh, a Needler. I want to see how these weapons evolve in Halo Infinite. Hey, Luke the Notable, or... I don't know. Hey, Late Night Gaming, when you watch this, can you, like... yeah, see, right here. Update them to include Halo Infinite weapons. Like, make updated Halo videos on them. Oh, yeah. That's coming back, Halo Infinite, and it's way better than that. Oh, see, look, that is the Forerunner weaponry that I'm talking about. I love how the weaponry, like, disassembles when you reload it, or check it out a little bit, or just when you grab it and it assembles for the first time. Oh, yeah. Now let me, yeah, this is another video that I would like to hold on. Going all the way. Also, I really like the new beam rifle as well as the original. I like both of the art styles for the beam rifle. I can actually list to you guys in a future video which art style changes that I really love and which art styles that I really dislike and stuff. I'm going to just tell you that Halo 5's art style and stuff, Halo, the 343 era art style is actually really good. I really love the art style change. No, don't change it back. I mean, you can technically change it back a little, but, like, find ways to incorporate the 343 art style into the Bungie style art style, continuing onwards. That would be awesome. But, I mean, I'm just fantastically, like, I'm just so glad that they have the original art style back. Anyways, let's head over to the Forerunner weapons so the way I don't forget what I'm talking about. This one's in Halo 4 and then it goes to Halo 5. Oh yeah. I think, hold on, out of the, like, sound designs, I think I like Halo 5's better a little bit. Now, not to be, like, little... I love Halo 4's sound design too. Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I really like the metal clanking. Oh. Then the beam, then the beam? Well, that's nice. That's nice. Well, anyways, that's nice. They actually could have used this model for the campaign, Like, everybody was like, oh, Master Chief armor doesn't look fucking good. They could have used this for Master Chief's Halo 4 and 5 armor. It would have been actually a lot better for the series if they actually would have done that. People would have been more accepting of the 343's art style if they used this. I certainly would have been way more accepting of the art style if, like, I mean, when I was really young, when Halo 4 first came out, I was basically like maybe 10, maybe 8 years old, 8 to 10. I really enjoyed the art style back then. Then I hated it. Then I loved it. It was an on and off, and then I just now I'm basically at a point where I'm like I can both love it and hate it, and describe to you why I love it and I dislike it and why, and I can also tell you all of its perks, flaws, and its benefits and disadvantages. It's basically like all of it's good and all of it's bad. It would have been like cool if they used this for the campaign and all that. Certainly would have been more faithful to the Bungie style of games and stuff. While it would have been more faithful to the Bungie style games while they did their own thing, while they did their own art style. Yes, make your own art style, do your own thing, but don't go too far as to make it feel like an entirely separate game series. Although I do have to admit that the Forerunner weaponry I enjoy really greatly. I want to keep the Forerunner weapons in the games, and I really want to keep them floaty. I really like the floaty bits and stuff. I really love that. But I don't believe they're going to do more Forerunner weapons for now. Maybe they could add them as DLC weapons or in DLC campaigns. It's just that the created faction is already, like, I kind of like them. I already kind of like the Forerunners, the Forerunners died off and stuff, yada yada, but the thing is that most people don't realize is that the Forerunners could still be alive, both within the galaxy and externally from the galaxy. For instance, Didac creates a bunch of shield worlds. There could still be Forerunners on Halo rings. There could very well be, like, Forerunner populations on what's the word of it? On shield worlds. And the fact that they migrated out of the galaxy with their remaining populations, they could have very well started a external, extragalactic civilization. They could have even come back to the galaxy to restart their civilization. They certainly had the population and the means to restart their civilization, but they still didn't. They could have even, I don't know, wiped themselves. They could have reseeded themselves in the galaxy, but they didn't do that. Nope. So, Cortana's faction, I really tried enjoying. I really liked the concept of it. I even liked the concept of the rogue factions of the Covenant. That's really nice, if they could find a way to unify those factions. Because, let's see, Julian Dama, dead. Okay, Julian Dama's dead. Let's let his son take over the job of ruling over the Ndama faction. There's also, like, way more Covenant factions that I can't even get into right now without making this fucking stream too long. Anyways, Cortana, Space Dictator, Space Napoleon. Anyways, all death scenes. Here she is, Space Dictator, Space Napoleon. She Napoleons the entire galaxy, and now I don't know,
Protection from.
Yay, Cortana has clothes for the first time in the entire series because she was basically naked the entire time. Not really, but holy shit, Halo 4 changed the art style to make it look like she was even more naked than before. Even though she wasn't naked to even begin with because she's not naked. But then they make her look naked. I'm not really angry about it. I'm just like, not really venting about it and stuff. I'm like, pre-13-year-old me was like, boobs. Boobs. And now that I'm older, I'm like, boobs? No? No boobs? I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyways, Julian Dama killed, yeah, oh yeah, they killed him the first fucking mission. That's nice. Now, let's see. Okay, Cortana. I'm going to discuss about Cortana and how she may still be alive, or even how she may be dead, which is something that I don't want to talk about necessarily. So, Cortana, yay, you're there. How the fuck did you die? She's there. They somehow managed to kill her. She's not even on the Halo rings. She's not even near Chief in Halo Infinite. I mean, how the fuck? And also, I mean, here's the thing. I kind of like this new AI. I like the design. Her clothing's really nice. I really enjoy this. I really like the art style, the design. The kind of feminine curve. Don't fucking talk about that too much. I really love Chief's armor, though. Oh, it looks even more battle-ridden than before. But, yeah, blue. I really like the blue color as well. But, mainly, I like how she's very similar to Cortana. But, I mean, even voice style. Let's go hear the voice now that I've done all that.
Time. I need you to understand. There's not much time. If you knew how you were going to die, you knew how you were going to die. How would you live your life differently? How would you live your life differently?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How?
So I think that they're using the same voice actor, but still, their voices are very similar, and you could easily mistake that as Cortana. Maybe, maybe not. I can definitely tell that they're two different AIs. Yeah, I can definitely tell that they're two different AIs. This new AI, what's her name? I don't know. I'm going to give her, like, a code name. I'm going to, like, I know she has a different name than what I might call her. So for now, I'm just going to call her Cortana, or maybe even Durandal. Durandal. Hey, remember fucking, what's the name of the game series? Marathon. Remember Marathon? I actually did a stream on that, like a few days ago or something like that. I'll continue that. They could call her Durandal, but that's not really a female name or a feminine name. People are actually starting to think that Roland was, like, the Durandal to the Cortana's Cortana. So, like, there's a sword called the Durandal, I think, and there's a sword called the Cortana. So Cortana, Durandal, I see a connection. Anyways, they were speculating that there was either Roland, which was going to be Chief's new AI, but that probably wouldn't have gone so well because Roland was responsible for the ship of the Infinity, so if they took him off the ship, then the Infinity would have no AI and no way of managing itself. Anyways, people then speculated that there was a Cortana 2.0, or some new AI. People even speculated that there was fucking mendicant bias in that fucking chip. Now, let me say, that's basically impossible. Technology between the two species are vastly different. And also, think about it. Mendicant bias is basically a contender class AI. There was also offensive bias, but we'll talk about him later. Not many people know about offensive. Mendicant's already like a very elusive character, so not many people know about Mendicant, but even fewer people know about offensive. So, thank you, Hidden Xperia, for teaching me about offensive bias. The guy that literally managed to wipe out the, not really wipe out the flood per se, but managed to, go watch his video. Anyways, people speculated mendicant bias was on that chip, and I was like, can you please make a meme version of like, imagine if they made a cursed version of this game in the future, like, 10 years from now, Cursed Halo Infinite comes out. Fucking whoever made Cursed Halo comes back, makes Cursed Halo Infinite, and the first thing he does is that he makes this new AI into mendicant bias, and now Chief has mendicant bias in his head. Anyways, they speculated it was mendicant bias, but Cortana 2.0. They speculated it was Cortana 2.0 or some new AI. They speculated that it could have also been a program that they could have used to destroy her rampancy or cure her from her rampancy. Now, that could have been true. That could have been the plot point. And, yeah. That could have been the plot point. Master Chief... I mean, the plot point was basically so foreseeable at this point that people even knew what Halo Infinite's story could have been like. Even I thought of what Halo Infinite's story could have been like, and I was like, okay, Master Chief somehow defeats the Banished, somehow defeats Cortana. Now there's two possibilities. Kills Cortana or somehow saves Cortana, gets Cortana back. Then defeats all of the Covenant factions and establishes peace in the galaxy, but... oof. That's basically a very shitty way of explaining how they establish peace and stuff, and... yeah, not really good. The way I described it right there is like a slap in the face to the Halo community, which I do not want to do. But they speculated that they had a little program that could have fixed Cortana's rampancy, but I don't think that could have worked. I believe Cortana's definitely going to play a major role in Halo Infinite. But now that they got this AI, and Cortana's deleted, air quotes, since you can't see my fingers, air quotes, and I actually did do that in real life, air quotes, deleted. Somehow they deleted her, and now they got this AI. So now that she's here, she's basically gunked up this, I mean, not really gunked up, but I don't know what gunks up. I don't know what classifies as gunks up. Halo 5 definitely gunks up Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite's definitely going to be held back by Halo 5. And I kind of want it to be. Not in a bad or, like, not in a bad way, but in the sense that if you remove Cortana from Halo Infinite, you're basically rendering Halo 5 and Halo Infinite story fucking void. Halo Infinite's supposed to be the continuation of Halo 5. And if you cut Cortana out, then there's no way to continue the story! What? I mean, there is a way to continue the story, but still, like, how would you continue it? It's like no way that I could even think about. Like, how? How can you continue the story? This makes no sense. Anyways, they have this AI, this new AI, which I'm just going to call Cortana 2.0, or maybe I'm going to name her Sophia. Either that or Sophie, or maybe Eleanor. Eleanor? I'm going to call her Eleanor. Eleanor the AI. Fucking kill me now. So, Eleanor the AI has been created, and I'm giving her the code name of Eleanor for this. So Master Chief gets the new AI of Eleanor, puts it in his head. Oh, cool! He's got a new AI similar to Cortana and stuff. Yay! Holy shit! The Cortana issue and probably Chief's ultimately crushing depression is solved. You can play Halo 4 to understand that. At the very last cutscene of the game, you'll understand. And also Halo 5, partially, you'll understand why he's depressed and shit. I really enjoy the fact that Master Chief in this game is way more talkative than in the Bungie games. But at the same time, he's not as talkative as Halo 5. I'd say that he's equally as talkative in Halo Infinite as he is in Halo 5. I'd say that. I'd say that Master Chief is equally as talkative as in Halo 4 and as in Halo 4. But then in Halo 5 they kind of screw everything over. Is he talkative? I don't know. I can't even fucking remember that shit, but I'm glad that he's talkative again. I'm glad that they injected humanity into the Chief and they injected a personality into him. Because that's what he needs. That's what he needs. I mean, sure, I would have been content with him being even, like, still continuing on with the silent but no, I don't want him to be a silent protagonist. I want him to be the way he is. Talkative. Love Chief like this. And Eleanor, the new AI, yay, they created a new AI, and that's nice. How can you delete Cortana? just how. So now I'm going to go over how Cortana will go in Halo Infinite and how this new AI can affect the story, because now that this new AI is here, I'm actually... Forget that I said everything about how Halo Infinite story and how basically galactic blah blah. This changes everything. So, I'm gonna start off with how Cortana could be dead, then how she could be alive. So, how could have Cortana been deleted / died? Well, I'm starting to think that either... I don't know. I'm gonna go conspiracy theory on this a little bit and say that mendicant bias could have something to do with it. Alright. Let's move on to something more sane and technical. Some program could have killed her, some AI could have killed her separate from Eleanor, or even Eleanor could have killed her. Eleanor could have killed her. And the thing is that Eleanor, the new AI, complicates things a lot. They think that cutting out Cortana from this game could, like, complicate it less, and sure, it might complicate it less, but at the same time, it's going to complicate things even more. The way I'm explaining it, like, how did she die? How is she potentially alive? Because I don't believe she's dead. She still is alive, in my opinion. I still believe she's alive. How did you kill an antagonist? That would have been the second time you killed an antagonist. Except this time, you don't kill her in the first mission, you kill her in mission 0. You kill her before you even press start on the campaign. Imagine booting up Halo Infinite, press start, Cortana dead. Oh good, oh great. Now they got this new AI. Eleanor, the AI. Now, Eleanor, I like already, but also I dislike already. I like that they have a new Cortana, basically, but I don't like how they, like, up-chucked fucking Cortana already. They've already, like, thrown her in the trash. They've already, like, spewed her from the fucking story. They've already just, like, bam, cut off her head. She's no longer in the game. Fucking hell, she's dead. What the hell? Why would you kill off Cortana and introduce this new one? I mean, I'm glad that you introduced a new AI and stuff, but let's think of it like this. Eleanor is there. Chief finds Eleanor. Eleanor was there for a while. Halsey let's just say that after they meet with Halsey, Halsey creates Eleanor by flash cloning herself again and somehow creating Eleanor, because I suspect that Eleanor, the sister to Cortana, was created much in the same way that Cortana was. She flash clones herself, then just kills her clone's body. Then, after the Flash clone is dead, they got Eleanor in the story. Great. Eleanor's here. That's fucking nice. Okay, my dad kind of distracted me, so... Halsey creates Eleanor. Eleanor is deployed with Master Chief or something. But then Master Chief... That kind of also begs another question. How is Eleanor here if Halsey created her? And now Chief is like, hey, come with me. We need to save the universe. I have no idea. Well, I don't know. Cortana, I'm gonna explain how she's dead. Could have been, because it says that she has been tasked with something based off of Cortana.
Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay, then.
So her orders was to apprehend Cortana and somehow delete her. That was her orders. And Cortana could have been apprehended, but maybe not by her. Could be apprehended by Mendicant Bias. Has some weird fucking deletion powers or something. But let's not get into the weird conspiracy theories. Cortana could be just dead, or hiding, or dormant. That could explain how she's alive, but I'm going to actually explain how she's not dormant and also alive for the purposes of Halo Infinite Story. So now let's just... it's just breaking my head already, so let's just talk about how she could be alive. So Cortana has the entire galaxy Napoleoned. She has a police force, basically the Guardians, and now she's searching for Chief because she knows that Chief is the only person who can stop her. And, well... well... now, Cortana's searching for Chief. So, Chief has to at first deal with the Banished. Then the Created show up later on the ring. And now Chief has to deal with Cortana. Now he has a new AI, Eleanor. So now there's Eleanor versus Cortana. Chief versus Cortana. Chief versus the Banished and the Created. And... yeah, that kind of confuses me already. And now... thinking... she... I just don't know. Let me think about this for a moment. So she's searching for Chief. She eventually reaches the Halo ring, threatens all life in the galaxy, blah blah blah, and could very well, like, actually kill shit and stuff. So Chief's over here,
to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you...
let me think about this. Cortana comes to Halo. Chief's on the ring. Deals with the Banished. Now he has to deal with... or maybe he has to deal with the Banished and the Created. So now the Created show up. And there could even be potentially the Flood as well. So, has to deal with like 3 factions of enemies. Possibly even a 4th due to the ring's natural AI and natural, like, defenses. Could be like, oh, Chief is a threat to the ring. And a threat to all life. But no, he's trying to save life. Reason why I say Chief could be a threat to all life in their eyes is because the ring is supposed to destroy all life and then reseed it to stop the Flood, ultimately saving life. I mean, destroying all life? They kill off all life in the galaxy just so the way they can reseed it, so the way life can begin again. And hopefully that stops the Flood. But that, self-evidently, that is not the case. Anyways, Chief here, Madama dead, Cortana, and now they got Eleanor. I'm just calling her Eleanor. She could very well be Cortana 2.0 or something, or maybe an entirely different fucking name. Oh shit, hold on. And now, Chief has a new AI. Yay, puts her into his head. Let's see that.
This wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
Oh, I already like that. I like how, like, now she's inside of his head. Oh, that's nice. Slip space engine and all that.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
Also, she was possibly supposed to be deleted based off of that line that I just heard right now. So, I'm actually just gonna stop, like, very soon because, like, this is already getting headbanging, and I might just let other people do some conspiracy theories and stuff. I might create my own theories about Halo Infinite. This changes the story rapidly. Like, this changes the story immensely. Like, the story's completely different now. I don't know how it could be different, but it will be different than everybody would have thought. It's completely different to what we thought. Now, Cortana and stuff, so now talking about the launch date, they said holiday of 2020, so it could be November 15th, or it could be on Christmas, so either December, yeah, definitely be playing in January, though, of next year and stuff, but, basically, yeah. Multiplayer is fucking fantastic, though, like, more fantastic than anything ever. It sounds like I have, like, a fucking brace on right now, or when you use your tongue in a strange way. Sometimes it sounds like I have a brace on, which I don't mean to and stuff. Also, look at that gravity hammer is way better than the one in Halo 5. Also, how did he deflect that? Anyways, that was my short Halo stream and stuff. I'll try and figure out some stuff, think about how Cortana, all that could have been, I don't know, alive and stuff.